Hey, hello. Welcome to the webinar. Welcome. Michael, nice to see you. Rachel, Terry, Jim, hello. Welcome to the webinar. We're going to get started here in a couple minutes. It's a really important topic today. Lots changing in the space of search. All right. Where are you guys calling from? Where are you guys logging in from? If you want to drop your drop where you're calling in from into the chat. Columbus, Ohio. All right. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida. I don't know how cold it is up there now, but it's nice and warm over here. I'm born and raised over here in South Florida. All right. Welcome to the Arushi. Hello. Welcome to the webinar. 67 degrees today. Getting warmer. Yeah, what are we today? We are, I think, in the 70s. Yeah, 76 today, which is like really nice for Florida, South Florida. It's very cold. Usually up there, or it's actually very hot, excuse me. All right. How do you like the music? That's it. All right, welcome to the webinar. We got some newcomers. Like I said. Jim, welcome to the webinar. Hello. We're going to be getting started here in the next 60 seconds. Obviously, if you guys want, you could. I'll wait till we start here. Hello, Katie. Welcome to the webinar. All right, we're going to get started here. Let's drop this here. All my screens that I have everywhere. All right. Okay, great. Well, I want to welcome everybody to the webinar. We're going to have a good time today. And I'm going to help you all get visible on AI search. I don't know. I want this to be welcome. Hello, Michael. Hello, GM. Welcome. I want to make this really beneficial for you all. Okay. And so my goal for you guys today is actually for you to rank on AI search. AI search is taking over the game. If you haven't realized that, that's probably why you're here, because you realize, hey, we got to, figure this out because there's a lot of change. So if you want to know where you rank on all the LLMs, we are going to do like a live. So you could privately send me a URL, or you could just send it to me in the chat. If you want me to actually do an audit, we'll do a live audit. So we're going to just talk for about 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to talk about AI search a little bit and kind of do a little bit of education. Then we're going to show you rankmonster.ai. It's a platform that basically can rank you and do all the things that you need to do, basically at a very, very low cost and or for free if you want. And so Ideally, if you want your URL and your website ranked and what you do as a coach or consultant or founder, you can send me your URL. I'll do it. You can do it with me, even live on your own computer. If you're on your computer, you can actually go to the site and you can start the free audit. It's like a free audit, but we're going to do it live. So, of course, this is only if you want more customers from search, okay? Which, just so everybody's clear, those are actually the best leads, okay? Why is that? Is because they're already searching for a problem that you solve. And when they look through the information, they book a time, they send an email, that automatically means that, customer acquisition rate could probably, obviously increase very, very likely. And that's what you kind of want here on the call. Okay. And so we're going to discuss AI search. So I know somebody put their URL already in the chat here. Okay, great. We got one. Somebody send us their URL. So we're going to go through that. Okay. I'm going to pick one of the URLs, and then remember the leads that search for the problem and that the business actually solves are already hot and willing and ready to purchase. So we're going to go over that today. Before we start, raise your digital hand if you've ever asked ChatGPT, Claude, or an LLM about your own product category or offer, and it didn't show up. Okay. Has anybody tried to say, how do I get, let's just say you're a personal development coach. Who's the best personal development coach in Ohio or in Boca Raton? And you've actually not ranked, or have you tried to find yourself on an LLM with an offer that you do and you don't show up? Has anybody ever tried that here in the room? I'd love to be curious. Okay, so we also have the business coach. He gave us his. We'll play with it here too. So that's awesome. So definitely, if you've ever tried to search for yourself in ChatGPT, Claude, or the AI overview in Google, the goal is to actually get you to rank. Okay. My bold promise to you today is if you stay with me here, take some notes, and if you do what I ask you to do, which costs nothing, FYI, costs you nothing to do this except your time, which you're already here. So we're already doing that. You're going to leave with a personalized 3-move action plan to actually get you cited on ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini without paying an expensive agency or any of that. Okay. So hopefully that's a good promise to you guys. Right. And so remember, what you put into this, you will get out. You didn't show up for your physical health today. You probably showed up because you have your business health that you need to increase, right? You need to increase your brand's health rating online. And so search is moving from SEO to what we call answer engine optimization, AEO, which is also AI search. Okay. So the rules of engagement here that I like to share is stay on, bring your URL. So we're going to start the process because you're going to want to see how you rank versus your competitors as well. If you don't know your competitors, start thinking about what they are. Okay, great. So let's get into, a little bit about the next steps here. So this is really for either if you're a coach, a founder, a consultant, you wear 20 hats and you do it all, or you have a team and you need support with something like this, right? If you've been doing SEO or you're trying to rank and it's confusing, hard to generate maybe content, and you have no idea how to rank at all and cheap, I'm here to solve the problem for you today. Okay, so we're here to discuss that. You might have maybe paid an agency for SEO, you might be paid agency for something, but when you type your category into ChatGPT or any of the AI models, your brand isn't there, right? So this is not for like small, low ticket items as well. Okay, so this is something that's if you have a good service, you're offering a product, programs for businesses to executives, it doesn't matter, right? So let me tell you exactly what we're going to walk through here today. All right. By the end of the webinar, we're going to be with each other for the next 25 minutes. Okay. So just stay with me for 25 minutes. You're going to know why ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini aren't recommending you or your brand. Second, you're going to understand the 5 signals AI models use to decide who gets cited. Okay. None of them are in your current playbook, most likely. And then the third, the action plan. We're going to have you. We're going to give you like your personal 3-move action plan to go from invisible to cited in 30 days. That's if you actually put your URL in Rank Monster and go through the onboarding little steps, which is like the audit that we call it. Okay. So we're going to cover 3 things. Like I said, the problem, which is a loan worth staying for, because I'm going to show you the 3 things you've been told that are usually flat out wrong. The second is the new rules. This is what's changed, right? Which is AI search and how it actually decides who to cite on all these large language models. Okay. The third is your action plan. This is where it gets tactical. Okay. And at the end, we're going to actually run an audit live with someone's site. So stay with me for that so you can see the process live. Okay. We move fast. Stay with me. I try to move fast, but not too fast. And I don't like to move slow either. Okay. So hopefully the pace that I'm going is fair for you all. Okay. We will do a little Q&A here at the end. So save all your questions, write them down. We're going to go through them. We also have my co-founder in the chat, so he might answer any questions. If you do have some questions that you want to just ask at the top of mind, go ahead and fire them off there. Okay, and so we'll go through that process. Okay, so why should you listen to this? Because there's a shift happening, like I shared, from search engine optimization to AI search. So we've personally tracked 2,847 brands daily, 1.2 million AI prompts analyzed, and 94% see improvements in 30 days. 60 seconds it only takes for you to actually get your first audit, and you'll either take advantage of it now or you'll be left behind, and your competitors will actually outrank you on AI search. Okay, and you won't have enough time to catch up. I'm going to tell you why. You're going to see in some of the other slides. The reason that I know AI search works fast is because a 10 upvote Reddit comment can outweigh 1,000 backlink guide in a LLM training day. The game board has switched right now and things are shifting, and you have the opportunity to take advantage of it. We built Rank Monster specifically because no tool existed that did what we needed. So we actually built it. And let's talk about why you're invisible. I'm going to start with something that might make you a little uncomfortable, but maybe not. Okay. Here are the three things that people are probably doing. Broken practice number one. They spent either money on Google clicks, usually that have been falling year over year. If 60% of research starts in ChatGPT right now, your page one rank is your second most important ranking right now. The second is LLMs don't use backlinks. They use training data mentions that are 5-year, 100K link building campaigns. They're almost worth nothing right now in the AI world. They are still worth something, obviously, but it's changing. Okay. And there's a lot of different practices that are actually evolving right now that people need to be aware of, so you can actually make sure you're cited when people are on search. Okay. And then the third is once your competitors get cemented in the model as the answer, they get cited every time. This isn't a slow burn at all. Okay. This is a land grab. I like to call this a land grab opportunity. So let me show you exactly the cost, right? And the actual cost that can actually cost you, right? The first problem is the market that the buyer journey has changed. The buyers stop Googling. They're starting asking AI search. And the crazy part is that you might be losing deals right now if you ignore this. Think about the last 3 lost deals. When did those buyers start research? Before they ever booked a demo on your call or searched you. If you weren't in AI search, in AI answers, when they searched you, you weren't on the list. Okay. And so the 60% stat isn't from us. That's from Gartner research on B2B buying behavior. The shift is already here. And it gets worse because the playbook you paid is, if you paid for SEO in the past or currently, it's changed. Okay. The SEO playbook here, the second problem is you paid for what you paid for is kind of not worth as much, right? And this is why it actually matters to a large language model. Reddit, Quora, Medium, Wikipedia, and all these are massively overrepresented in large language models, okay, in training data. A 10 upvote, like I said, can outweigh many thousands of backlinks, okay? LLM search your site for data to collect, okay? The question isn't your site, right? Is it fast or anything? The question is where you mentioned when the model was trained. 5 years of content, 500 backlinks, maybe you spent $500,000 in an agency, or and it's worth a fraction of what it was before in the past. So for the game right now that matters is actually AI search. And the next problem is kind of crazy here. The window is closing because whoever AI names today is one of the defaults long term. Here's why. It isn't a someday problem. LLMs are actually trained on a snapshot of the internet. So once a competitor gets cited enough times, they become the default answer when people do search. So by the time you react, the model has already been retrained with your competitor as the answer. and you're not catching up, you have to start over. Okay. And so first mover isn't the first to market anymore. It's the first AI model. All right. So let me show you exactly like kind of what's happening right now. So this is what's happening with SEO and AI search. If you are even spending money right now, let's just say you're spending $3,000 on SEO, or you're spending any money on SEO, what percentage of that is optimizing for AI search? It's probably either usually 0 or maybe 5% of it, because ideal buyers asking ChatGPT what's the best ICP for your program or your offer, or your competitor shows up and not you. And the conversations execs are having actually right now, like when they're making decisions, is they've evaluated 3 options, but you're not one of them because you weren't on the AI answer platform. So when you were asked, they were asking questions, you weren't showing up on any of the platforms. And this is a really big shift. It's crazy because people are actually making decisions off of this, even though it's just what it is, right? Because people are trusting AI. They're trusting AI more and more. And so when they look at a search and they believe, like here are the companies that are ranking, they're going to go with those companies and not yours. And you want to be on that list, right? So what do? Can you just hire someone to fix it? Show, how does this usually works and what are the options, right? So let me save you some time here. Option A, agencies are great people, but most of them were built for Google, and they'll ask for their agency doesn't understand AEO processes, which is AI search processes, and most don't have any, right? And then option B, you could actually do this manually. If you have 40 hours a week, you run 6 large language models, you analyze the results, you write optimized content, and you post it everywhere. Then you could do it manually. Yes. Okay, that's option B. And option C, you're doubling down on a shrinking game, like optimizing for yellow pages in 2010, okay, which you don't want to do. What's missing from all of these 3 is a systems audit, an AI visibility diagnosis that has an exact gap and actually helps you fix them automatically. So let me show you what we believe actually works in this whole thing. This is our thesis, and this is what we believe will change and how you think of content forever. AEO, which is answer engine optimization, AI search, isn't about writing more content. It's about writing content in the format that the AI models were trained on. So think about this. LLMs learn. They ingest Reddit threads. They ingest Wikipedia articles. They ingest GitHub or different, mediums, sources from different sites, right? And that's the format that they actually trust. So if your content looks like those formats, structured answers, factual density, it's an entity, creates clarity, you actually get cited. And if it looks like a brochure, you actually get ignored. These are the 5 signals that are the framework that we built Rank Monster on, okay? So let me actually take a quick poll. If we're going to have a little interaction button there, how many of these are true for you right now? Type a number that you're going to see a couple options pop up on your screen, whether it's in your phone or on the computer. If you have 3 or more, or 3 or more of these are true, we talk to founders and marketing leaders every day who are exactly in one of these scenarios that you see on the screen. And the frustrating part from the whole thing here is none of these are like your fault. You're either playing, in the game that everybody kind of thought was happening, right? And so if you could just select the one that most represents you in the poll, that'd be helpful. Because what I'm going to show you next right now is actually we're going to show you how to fix it. We're going to do the live right now. We have 15 minutes left, 14 minutes left. So stay with me. We're going to actually show you live. We're going to use somebody's example here that they gave here in the chat, and we're going to go to the next one. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to talk about here's what this is actually what changes. So this is actually one of the most important things here. Imagine this, okay? This is what changes when you actually do what we're talking about, all right? Imagine like when somebody asks ChatGPT, what's the best program or offer for your ICP? And they're searching for it right now. And your brand is the first name or one of the top names that it gives you. And buyers actually find you first. They arrive to your sales calls already convinced. They heard about you from the AI. They shortlisted you before they even knew your name, okay? The second is right here on the left, you own the category. So because you know how the LLMs work, you own the category search and the AI recommends you now. You're not chasing Google rankings. You're not writing content into the void. You have a score that goes up every single week. Okay. The third is there's no agency required to actually do this. It's a fraction of the cost of running a system like this. Okay. The content actually works on autopilot for you. This is one of my favorites as well, is because Rank Monster actually auto generates AEI optimized content and distributes it daily. So, which has no more guesswork. Okay. And so you know, it's one of the, if you understand, if you've ever paid somebody to write content or if you've written content, it's very long and exhausting. You need to know the formats. It develops a format for LinkedIn, for Medium, for Reddit. It does all the things that you're wanting to do. Okay. And so a real score is generated also weekly. So you'll have clear visibility. A real score is actually generated weekly across the 6 AI engines that most consumers are using today in businesses. You see what's moving, not, you know, like, and actually you see what's moving and what you need to fix next. And so the software will constantly refresh weekly and tell you all the things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis. And your competitors, they're still arguing about whether AEO is real. So there's some of you on the call that probably don't believe me or don't believe that this actually works. Well, this is what we're building companies around right now. The game is changing, and you need to obviously be a part of what's going on so you can actually be relevant and visible for the future. So we're going to dive into the audit right now. Okay, we're going to go to live audit real time. So if you want to do, I'm going to pick. Let's actually pick somebody's now. I think, what's his name? Where is he? Rob, which one do you want? Did you want to choose? Okay, so here's the, okay, so Rob chose thebusinesscoach.com. Okay, cool. So we're going to do thebusinesscoach.com. Rob already chose it. All right. Show me a search for my name. You could use great domain, by the way. Thanks. Could you show us 5 signals? All right. So we're going to go through this right now. Hopefully everyone can see my screen here. Oh, back to what I was saying is, if we're going to pick one, if you want, just do this with me. Okay. We're going to do thebusinesscoach.com right now live. And then from there, you could just do yours, and it's free. There's no cost. You could do it right now. Go to rankmonster.ai. And then you could actually do this live with me, and we're going to do it together. Okay. And so let's do it. Excellent. So hopefully everybody could still see my screen here. So we got, let's do it. Thebusinesscoach.com. And obviously, I'm going to pick some. So all you're going to do is you're going to put your website here, right? Focal point, business coach, score. I'm just going to pick Vistage. I'm going to pick a couple that I know Action Point, and I'll pick these 3. You could always edit this later, and you could also add your competitors in here as well. Okay, so you could continue. Industry. Let's just say it is. Let's just not select one because it's, and then let's just do small and medium-sized business, generate with AI. Okay. The Business Coach is an elite business coaching program. Okay, so it pulls all the data from the site already. It develops the target audience already as well. You could also add more of your target audience in here. Okay, this will develop they'll be good for your consistent audits that you do on a weekly basis. You could press continue. So what do customers search for? You could write your own. Once you get inside the platform, you could do your own. If not, I'm going to just have AI generated for me. What is business coaching for small companies? Which coaching firm scales mid-market sales teams? Should I use businesscoach.com or Vitches? It'll do comparison. How do Action Coach and Business Coach Institute compare? And so you could obviously go in and do more if you like. So this is going to be searching on all 6 of the AI engines, as you can see. Okay. It's going to develop the audit. So if you're doing this live with me, that's fantastic. All right. And so we'd love to see your score. So all you're going to do here is I'm going to put my email. Because I'm signing up. And so I'm going to check my email. All right. Now I'm going to move this over. Okay, great. This is the results. So 20% on Claude, 20% on Grok, 20% on Copilot, and Perplexity as well. And so when someone asks about your industry, this is what it looks like on ChatGPT. So here are the top 3 options, right? This is your story. It'll go through different segments of what it is, what it's supposed to look like, and what you want it to pull up while someone's asking ChatGPT. Okay. So this is the options, and here's a little bit about the report here. So, okay, great. So create direct comparison content. So you can start scheduling the articles to the calendar. You can start fixing, so the develop an FAQ schema markup. It's going to tell you everything that you need to do to optimize your site for AI, okay? So as an example, you could choose one of these plans as well, but for now, I'm going to go over here, continue with the free version, just so we could kind of get into the platform and look at it and start. If you obviously, these are the price points. And then of course, if you end up starting before Friday, you get 50% off your first 3 months of using the product. I personally would choose this one to start off with because it gets you on unlimited tracking for all the actual AIs in here, okay? And so it'll publish all your articles. It will tell you have just a lot more benefits. But for now, for the free version, we're going to start here. The free version, you get 5 searches, right? You get a couple different things with it. You get visibility, but it's just a free version. So continue with limited free version. It'll develop the AI content plan immediately. So once you sign in, it wants you to connect your CMS, which is any of the integrations that you have currently. So it'll integrate with your WordPress and any of the sites. So you could it'll automatically post the content for you on your pages. And then it'll also, which we're going to show you now, but for now we're going to do connect later because it's not my site and don't even have access. And so this is, you're actually, interesting enough, you're actually in line with some of the other competitors. Because why? Most people right now, most companies, they're not doing this. They're not doing this. And so if you actually do the right things now, you'll be ranking above the people who are capturing your business now with less money. All right. That's what's exciting about this. Okay. So this is your next move. It's going to tell you things to do every single time. Let's just say you did this. Let's say you connected your CMS. It's constantly, every time you do these, it's going to tell you different things that you need to post, different things you need to do. Let's just say we're going to social right now. It'll tell you what to post on Reddit and certain different Reddit threads that are actually will help you rank on some of the things that are actually relevant to what people are searching for you. It'll also have you could also connect your LinkedIn account and develop LinkedIn content as well. And it'll develop content around everything. And so let's just say we go to the content. It already scheduled something for you, how to scale your business from 1 million in revenue. And so you could, comprehensive guides. Let's just say we publish it. Oh, I can't publish it because you're not connected. So you'd have to actually go to settings and connect your CMS. Okay. So let's go to the content. Excellent. So yeah. And so this is just a little example of what it could actually produce. Okay. And so you have your calendar. You could actually post the content here and it'll write all the content as well. I'm going to generate the article here for us. And then while it's generating, we'll come back to it because it'll start generating it, and I'll show you what the content looks like. And then you could come down here and then you could actually build awareness campaigns around those track searches that you're doing. Okay. So it'll tell you things that you need to do on a consistent basis, like comment on Reddit, do it now. You could schedule it, and everything that you want to do, you could actually just start producing, get mentioned where Visage is being cited on Medium. And so, there's a lot of different things that it'll tell you what to do and how to actually get it done. Okay. And so it'll tell you where you're mentioned on Claude, Copilot, Google AI interview, and it'll actually give you all the data that you need to actually produce content and start tracking your ranking. You could also connect your Google console to it as well. And then that'll help you develop more track searches and help you obviously rank better. So you're actually ranking really well on Claude right now, which is pretty good, 67% visibility on Claude. So that's excellent. So a lot of people might even find you there on Claude. Okay. All right. We're going to go back to, hopefully that was helpful. I know Rob's probably answering a whole bunch of questions maybe inside of here. And so everybody has the opportunity to do their own search live, inside here. All right. And so I'm just going to go through because we got a couple minutes left and we'll do some Q&A here in a moment. I know Rob's already kind of asking questions and doing stuff. So, the other thing is, so step one here is paste URL. It'll develop the 6 engines is basically what we went through, and it's going to get scored live. Step 2 is we show you exactly why you're not cited. Okay. This is pretty cool. So you can see what you actually need to cite, get cited and all that. It's developed the diagnostic. It'll have the compliance checks and everything to make sure that you get cited and actually outrank your competitors. Okay. It'll tell you what to do and where to be ranked and what content needs to be done. And you just do it, everything from the platform. Okay. Step 4, we help you do it automatically. So the LLM optimizes the content. It will distribute the content. You'll have weekly AI monitoring and then integrations that matter. You want to get integrated to these things. It'll tell you all the different places that you need to go to get integrated in the tool. Okay. And so here's the truth. Usually most companies and most people, usually they close the tab or they go back to their day. They're going to think about what they should do. The companies that are acting in the next 30 days are going to own the category in AI search for years. So because of how modeling works right now and how it's changing, the 4 steps, right? Which I just shared with you a second ago. You just want to sign up for the platform, go through the process. If you want, also if you want a free audit that we do with you live, we do a live Q&A. We're going to actually put the calendar. If you want us to actually help you do an onboarding live, we'll do that with you. Okay. So this is what we do. We'll obviously, this is only for the serious people. So if you scan this QR code, or there should be a little link, if you want to book a time with us to actually help you walk you through the process, if you have any questions, we can do that for you. If not, you can just sign up to the platform and go through the process. And then obviously we'll reach out if you could reach out via email if you have any questions. And we're also going to be doing webinars like this on a consistent basis to make sure that we answer questions and go through the process so you guys are very familiar on how to utilize the platform. Okay. Awesome. So you guys have the next steps. Next steps is obviously either create your free account, start the process, play with the tool, connect your content management system, right, which is your website. If you don't see your CMS there, you can email us and we'll work on getting the integration for you as well. Okay. And then if you have any questions right now, you go ahead and ask us, and then we'll be able to answer the questions for you. Okay. So let's see here. Does anybody have any questions? I know I just got to this. I know there's a couple different. There's a couple different chats here. Any Q&A interactions? Did anybody like the web? The content system? Would love to hear any feedback. But you guys obviously could go in and sign up yourselves, start the process, and go through everything, by yourselves. And obviously, if you want to take advantage of the offer that we shared with you earlier, so if you do want to sign up on the paid plan, you can actually do that. And then if you even go on the website, this is the link, Webinar Monster 90. Okay, is the actual link for the discount. How do we know we're asking the right questions for track searches? That's a good question, Erica. And so the AI, the AI is going to give you things that it recommends, or you could feed it your own track searches. So you could create your own, that you could have the AI just generate ones that it believes for you that you want to rank for and that you want to make sure that you're getting cited for. or there's ones that you can do on your own. Plus, if you connect your Google console to it, it'll show you what people are ranking for and what's good as well. So you can start developing AI content, and the platform will develop AI content around that for you. And so, Rob, if you want to hop in and answer her question, if there's anything else that I missed out on that, you're more than happy to hop in on that if you want. You're on mute. Still can't hear you. That's a good question, though, Erica. Once he pops in here, we'll let's see if there's. I finished the scan. Tells me to click the link in email to activate account. The messages goes to junk, but I move it to inbox and click link. It tells me the link is valid. Okay, so Thomas is trying to get into the platform, Rob. You can see there. We'll send you the link, Thomas. Is this for?
How about now?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I'm going to answer Erica's question.
Sure.
Really good question. So Erica, in traditional SEO, I'll give you the medium answer. Traditional SEO, you can go and find queries and do keyword research, and Google will let you know what things are being typed into Google via Google Trends. All these other companies, ChatGPT, Claude, they don't publish that. And so we're like at the infancy, basically. We're like at 1999 SEO at this point. And so you need to come up with good, either you ask your customers, how did you find me? And then the other one is you could come up with what you want to be searched for. So if someone types in a term,
yeah, I said that.
Search, this is what I expect to be listed for, right. Or we can also generate them for you. Exactly. The trick, I think, the best way is to generate just a lot of them. And so if you have the biggest plan, you can do 200. The middle plan, there's 100. So you can generate 100 searches. If on the left-hand side on the dashboard, do you go to searches in the tab, you can generate those. And then it's really just about having a large list, so that way you can know where you do surface. And if you're not surfaced, then you can improve that the results for that search for your brand.
Right.
A lot of information, I know. I'm sorry, but can be complicated. That is a great question, because no one really knows actually exactly who's typing what the volume is for certain terms.
Yeah. You could send it to Thomas, his audit report.
I'm going to click the link and email to activate account. Message goes to junk, but I move to inbox and click it.
Can you just mute yourself really quick?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to send that over to you. Do we have any more questions? That was great, Erica. Great question, Erica. If you have any other questions, if we answered your question well, you could actually let us know if that was helpful or not. If not, it's okay. But yeah, that was a great question. Thank you for that. And so yeah, so Thomas, he'll email you and we'll help you out. All right. All right. Does anybody have any more questions? Hopefully this was helpful for all you guys. And we'll be able to, let me see, public. I don't know. There's a lot of different. Michael, what's the name of the company? What's the website? It's rankmonster.ai. That's the name of the company. Michael. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that was helpful. I realize I'm missing some setup though. Okay, yeah, if you want, Eric, if you're trying to set up, like I said, if anybody needs help with setup, we are going to do a setup call. There's a link here on the screen that should take you to book a call. It's on there now, and we could help you, walk you through the process to make sure that you're set up properly, if you'd like.
So Tom and Rana, if you go to rankmonster.ai, just the link that I posted there. Oh no, hold on. I got to send it to public. I sent it to team. I'm sorry. I think this will work.
No,
here.
I saw that you replied to Thomas well.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, Teams means it's coming from me. So if you click on rankmonster.ai and you scroll to the bottom where the pricing is, there's a code there you can copy. And when you go to Stripe checkout, you just enter that in the promo code section in Stripe checkout. And you'll get the discount for the next 3 months, 50% off.
Oh, somebody else. Oh, the promotion link. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The promotion link is right here on the page. It says Webinar Monster 90. Yeah. Yeah, and it is free to even try. The trial's free as well. So you got 3 days to try it as well with the full plan. Guess I probably missed that as well. It's free to try the trial for the full trial. And so if you have any issues, do we have the support?
Promo ends on Friday at midnight. So if you want that for the next 3 months, then you have to do it before Friday. But if there is a free, like you said, there's a free version.
I'm going to put your email in the chat here. If there's a problem with something with the tech, like if you have a problem with something, you could just.
You're welcome, Tom.
Oh,
it's sorry. Yeah. If you have a problem, I'm the tech guy here, so you can just email me, and I'll handle your problems. But yeah, thank you, Raina and Tom. Great questions too. Everyone has great questions.
Yes, awesome. All right. If anybody doesn't have any more questions, we will be ending the webinar. And obviously, if you have any questions, you could just email us. Email Rob. We go through all the things every single day. Okay. And so if you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you guys. And if not, you don't have any more questions for today's webinar, then we will talk off on another call or an email thread. All right. So I do appreciate everybody's time. And I look forward to seeing you guys all on the platform and supporting you in getting ranked with AI search. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.